Recently, I've often had situations in which I've been meditating over a question and the answer arrives by email from someone without me asking for it within a couple of hours. And I want to talk about this because I was brought up in an environment of science. And so the first question that comes to my mind naturally is, how is this happening? I obviously observe it. What is the cause and effect? This is a very Western way of thinking. This is a very mechanical way of thinking. And what's great about that is that once we understand this, once I understand what causes what, I can improve bit by bit and step by step and look at each of the parameter and engineer each thing to work better. Now, in Chinese medicine, the way they look at it is what they're interested in is what likes to happen with what. So they look at the question from a perspective of not understanding the cause-effect relation, but understanding the causality, understanding the relation between certain actions and results. What I love about this approach is that I consider this to be a magical approach. It may work just as well, and it doesn't require the full understanding of how it happens. Now, some people will say that one is better than the other. What I believe is that when you can combine the two together, things work best. So back to the question of how does this happen, and is this even a real thing that I meditate and then the answer arrives by magic? So my mind of science sort of goes into a few different hypotheses. One is that because I've spent a lot of years doing personal development work, a lot of years learning about communication, learning about my feelings, talking through my feelings, what I really want, clearing the noise, meditating, learning about how the mind works and how other people think and how to ask good questions. And because I work with coaches and I've got daily plans and I've got vision maps to keep track of what I'm doing, and I spend a lot of time doing walks like this during which I think about what's happening through my days. And so therefore, logically, when I meditate, well, I'm more in touch with what's happening with myself. I listen better to other people. And therefore, when I meditate, I just simply meditate on something that is more relevant, that is more current. And I'm not meditating and I'm not thinking about random noise. And so the fact that I received the answer soon after I meditated is not a cause of the meditation. The meditation is actually a result of me observing what was actually happening anyway. And so I just happened to ask the question because I understood that the answer was about to come. So that's one interesting hypothesis. The most magical hypothesis, obviously, is that because I meditate through my mind and through what we know of quantum physics, my brain waves somehow affect the brainwaves of that person, and we connect at a subconscious level, and boom, by doing that, I get there. And that's why the person thinks of sending me that answer at that time. My guess is that it's likely to be a combination of several things. Maybe these two, maybe more. In the meantime, what is sure is that by taking all the actions that I described earlier, ranging from meditation to personal development, learning about the mind, having coaches, doing daily plans, having vision maps, etc., definitely seems to help and definitely seems to increase the likelihood of synchronicities. Synchronicities being these meaningful coincidences. And like a friend of mine said, Jim Williams, the magical stuff don't have to be true, but the fact that they happen and that I believe in them makes my life so much happier.